What's up, everybody? It's Alex here with Alex Velty Music. I hope you're doing well. Today we're going to talk about how to export files or stems for mixing. This is something that I get asked about a lot. It can be very confusing both for the producer sending the stems and the engineer getting them. And so I'm just going to walk you through how to do that in Logic. This will apply to other DAWs as well, but I have Logic specifically. So the workflow I go through here is, for one, I make sure all of these audio files are named how I want them. Now in Logic, about half the time when I name this part over here something, it gets translated over here, but not always. I've had it bug out where it doesn't get that way. So just make sure first and foremost that these guys are named how you want them. And so what I do is I go in, if I want to rename the region, I go down to name and color. I go to rename region and I can name it what it needs to be named, and that's the audio file. Okay, so making sure you've got your files named how they need to be named and that there's nothing weird on the master output bus. We're all good to go for export. So you're going to select all. Okay, so I've got all my files selected. I'm going to go up here to File, go to Export, and so now you get this whole mess of options. But what I'm going to tell you to do is just export all tracks as audio files, okay? Because each one of these sections is pretty much a track. Okay, so you just want to, let me select all again. Just want to make sure you use this option right here, all tracks as audio files. Okay, so you go to that. And here you just want to make sure you stay organized. So what you're going to do is go to maybe your external drive or go to a folder that you can find all these files in again. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to projects and I'm going to create a folder, and we're going to pretend this song is called Song 4. And Song 4 Stems is what this subfolder is going to be called. So I've created the subfolder. I'm going to take a look here. Wave is great. 24-bit is great. You want to keep normalize off. I'll explain that kind of in another video, but just keep that off. It'll save you a lot of trouble. And now we're good to export. So it's going to walk through. It's going to essentially, this is what we call the printing stage. It's printing all these individual tracks and any automation data or any reverb or compression or a delay or things that you have put in there. So now that it's done, I'm going to double check and make sure that everything is where it needs to be. So I'm going to go to Projects. This is where I put it. I called it Song 4 Stems. There's that folder. Everything is looking good. It's all WAV file format. Everything looks logical. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go online. I'm going to go to my Google Drive. Okay, this is just a free way of uploading your stems to a link that you can send to your engineer, because you can't just email them this whole folder of stems. It's just way too large. So what you've got to do is go into, say, Google Drive, or maybe you could do this in Dropbox or WeTransfer as well. And you can go to folder upload. And so you go to folder upload, you go find your file. Okay, so it's under projects for me. Here's Song 4 Stems. Perfect. And I can hit upload, and it's just going to upload it to Google Drive. And now I have a link that I can give to my engineer, and they'll be able to download those stems to their computer and just go crazy. So hopefully you learned a lot from that and it helps out. Thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you next time.